So have you ever felt like your world is falling apart and you don't even know why? Like something deep inside you feel heavy, lonely, or even painful? That might be the famous dark night of the soul, and in this video I'll be sharing 5 major signs of the dark night of the soul, what they look like, how they can sneak up on you, and why this painful phase might actually be the best thing that ever happened to you. And at the end of the video I'll be sharing what helped me get through the dark night of the soul more easily and quickly. Okay, so let's begin. Sign number 1. Something is wrong with me. You start to think something is seriously wrong with you. And you might feel like kind of depression, but it's not the usual kind. And even if you're normally a positive person, suddenly there's a strange heaviness you can't really explain. And it feels like depression because you want to shut down and avoid talking to anyone. And you notice a lot of mood swings and impatience. And this happens because the old version of you no longer wants to stay. And it's like a part of you that's been eaten, like full of negativity. And it's finally coming to the surface and you're not sure where these feelings are coming from. Which lead me to the next sign, the leave me alone sign. You just don't want to talk to anyone. You can't really tolerate the people around you, even the ones you usually like, and honestly, you don't even want to be with yourself anymore. And you might think, what am I becoming, or what's happening to me? And you feel impatience with everyone, and all you want is just to be left alone. And that's okay, because during this stage you need to be alone. You can't really deal with distractions or noise, and it really gets in the way of your inner work, so the universe often isolates you on purpose. It's like giving us silence so we can finally hear what we've been avoiding, right? Which lead me to the next sign, the I don't know who I am anymore sign, right? You don't know. You feel like you don't know who you are anymore. And you might even feel pain, like physical pain. And I've felt it in my throat, and you might be feeling it in your chest or stomach, anywhere in your body. And at the same time, you start getting a lot of intuitive nudges. But instead of trusting them, you say things like, I can't hear my intuition, or I don't even know have an intuition. But that's not true, because you do have an intuition, a strong one. The problem is that your mind is just making too much noise, so you can't really hear it. And there are constant thoughts, like a lot of fear and negative emotions and confusion, and it really feels overwhelming, and you don't even know where it's all coming from. It's like your own mind won't leave you alone. But what's really happening is this: your intuition is trying to talk to you, and it's just the noise in your mind that it's too loud, so you can't really hear it clearly, right? And that part of the dark night of the soul, it brings all the inner noise to the surface. And so what eventually happening is you can start to hear your inner voice again. And someone once told me, it's like an onion. You have to peel off all the unwanted layers, the pain, the fear, the stories that aren't really yours, to finally reach to the core of who you truly are, right? And that's what the dark night of the soul does. It strips away everything that isn't truly you, so you can remember who you've always been. Which lead me to the next sign, the whatever sign, right? You know how when you are sick, food doesn't really have any taste? It's like that, but with your emotions. You don't really feel anything, no highs, no lows. You feel numb, you feel like a robot. You're not excited, you're not angry, you're just numb. And actually that's a really powerful sign, because you don't care what happens with you anymore. You're like, whatever, let it be. And this is what I call total surrender. Because when you stop fighting and you stop resisting your reality, that's when everything can finally start to shift. And I'm not saying that it feels good, but in this stage, it's like you're starting from zero. It's like a clean slate. And you feel like nothing really excites you anymore, but you are just like, whatever, I don't care. Before we get to the next sign, if you're going through a spiritual awakening and the dark night of the soul, and you feel really a lot of confusion and intense emotions, you are not alone. I'm offering a free 30-minute discovery call to support you. So you can apply for the call in the link below. Next sign is the I did everything wrong sign. You start to feel like the old things you believed don't make sense anymore. What you thought was true now feels different or even wrong, and you begin to ask questions about everything, like who you are, what you want, and what really matters. And this can feel scary or confusing because you're losing your old identity. You don't know who you are anymore. But that's a really good sign because your soul is letting go of the old beliefs to make room for the new ones, and you are starting to see the world and yourself in a new way. And it's like walking out of the dark tunnel into the light. So the best advice that I can give you if you're going through the dark night of the soul, it really helped me going through that, it's just let it play out. Don't resist it, don't fight it, and don't try to skip over the negative emotions or suppress them. Just let him go through you. Because my favorite motto is you need to feel it to heal it. And I'm not saying that you have to constantly sit in your pain and to focus on the darkness, but during this phase, allowing yourself to feel is part of the process. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm going to see you in the next one. Bye bye.